And we are back. I can't even bear listening to these people. Can't even bear it. We're back here for the scanner, not for the politics. All right, where are we? Let's see. He's got quite a few. And here we are, right here. Gentleman at bus stop, harassing people.
10-5, I'm on Woodstock at 51st. 1905, how can I help? Yeah, I just want to let you know, the inbound stop at 52nd and Pullman, there's a gentleman there, I recognize him, he's African-American with lots of clothes on and like a winter hat. He's harassing people trying to get on the bus.
Yeah.
At 52nd and Pullman, blackmail, winter hat, lots of clothing. Yeah, he's wearing lots of clothes, and then he has like a little cart and a couple suitcases, and he's there with a female. I recognize him. He's always there. Okay, and they're harassing intending passengers as well. Yeah, that's good.
Well, you know what has to happen? The intending passengers have to call, not you. 7339, let's get those ditches out.
7339, how can I help you?
I passed the start on 122nd. I saw like how somebody was just like laid down, and I just looking and it's breathing. So the other customer get on the bus and I asked if he knows anything, if it's okay. He said, yeah, it's okay, it's breathing, it's just taking a nap. So I don't know if I have to bring it to your attention.
No, it's America.
No, he's breathing and taking a nap on the sidewalk. We're good.
Right, just leave them in the ditch, that's what we do.
Let's keep on resting.
Just leave them alone in the ditch, that's how it works in America. 2073, don't board them.
Hello, 2073, how can I help you?
Regarding that last message about the problem passenger, what line or what part of town was he interfering with?
Are you talking about the message that says there's a guy at Gresham Transit Center?
I'm not sure. Maybe I missed the part about the Gresham Transit Center. You know, the one about the person who not to board him and white man, kind of in his 50s, with his hair in a bun and so forth and so on.
Yeah, the very first part of it says there's a guy at Transit Center. So that's where that person is located.
I copied that. Thank you. I guess I missed that part. Thank you very much. You have a good night.
Jeez. 9114, operator denied bike due to vision barrier.
9114, Oregon City Transit Center.
We just had an operator report that they had to deny boarding to a gentleman with a bike. He said he had lots of things strapped to the bike that he didn't feel safe having him put it on there. He was afraid things would fall off, and it was a vision barrier. We're just wondering if you could make, he said there might have been a language barrier, but hoping maybe you could make contact with him and try to help him to understand why he was not allowed to board the bus.
Sure. Where does it happen?
Oh, that would be very helpful. Sorry. At Clackamas Town Center, the mall stop.
Okay, here's the actual call. Uh-oh, here we go.
$55.34, I got your request to talk. How can we help? Advising that I had to deny boarding to a person here at the mall. He doesn't speak very much English, but he had things strapped all over his bike that was an odd size. It wouldn't go onto the bike rack properly. And he had things strapped all over the outside of it and wouldn't take them off. They were going to fall off in transit. So I asked him to take the bike off, and I left him here at the mall.
Yeah, boy.
All right, I'll see if I went there and make contact. Have a little bit of luck with him. But yeah, you're absolutely right. We can't have things on the front of our bus that are obstructing our view or hanging off bikes like that. So we'll see what we can do. Thanks for the info. And follow the record line if any questions about it. 1815.
All right, 2036, tied up, being verbal.
Okay, 2036. Have you said you're tied up there, you've opened the doors, have you let them know that they can get off at this stop if they're not going to settle down?
Yeah, I did. It's just primarily one or two, and I did indicate, just let them know that a supervisor was on their way, thinking that they would get off, but they're still sitting here waiting. So at this point, I think we need to get somebody out here so that I can roll.
Okay, what's the description of the passengers that are causing the issues?
So there's four. There's one with a red sweatshirt. They're all about maybe 5'2". One black sweatshirt. Another with a blue sweatshirt. They have masks on and black pants.
Okay, and those are the two that you said are the ones that are being verbal with you. What is their race? Are they Caucasian, African American, Hispanic?
I think two are Caucasian and two are, I would say maybe Hispanic. I'm not quite sure.
What happened?
Okay, and their youth?
Yeah, I do believe, they are definitely for sure. I would say maybe about 15 or 16-ish.
Minors.
Okay, and are they threatening you at this time? Have they kind of stopped and settled in? We can't...
What happened?
If they're youth, if they're underage,
You can't kick them out.
unless they're threatening you or, distracting you and making it unsafe for you to continue en route, we can't kick youth off the bus. So I'm trying to figure out, the best way to go about this, and I need to know from you, have they settled down? Are they coming, up to you? Are they threatening you?
Well, as I was speaking with you, one of the young gentlemen came up, and I didn't quite catch what he was saying. I asked him to step behind the line. Usually in most situations, if it's just male kids or whatnot, I've carried school kids before. But if you're getting verbal, if you're saying things or cursing or whatnot, even before we moved to the stop, I already seen this. I gave two of the other kids a ride earlier, and I dealt with it. However, there's a couple extra ones, and I already asked them to leave the bus, and they're not doing so. So that's why I'm requesting a supervisor either to meet us, and they're still sitting here. I don't believe that, even though they are just staring up here at this point, I don't feel safe operating after we've got to this point.
All right, copy. That is what we needed to hear, so we're getting a supervisor en route. I apologize, we disconnected there.
Yeah. All you have to do is say, I'm unsafe to drive with the situation. That's all. Okay, 9112. Next 20, have them drive by them.
9112.
9112.
For the next eastbound 20, if these 4 or 5 male youths, one with a red sweatshirt, another one, I believe it was blue. One of them is bigger than all the rest of them. He must be the leader of the pack. Anyway, have that 20 just drive by him. Don't pick him up. And it should be right in there at 187th or right by Jack in the Box, because they started walking.
Okay, so there was 4 or 5 of them. One has a red sweatshirt. One has a blue sweatshirt, and you said he's larger than the rest. And I wasn't real clear on the description of them. Were they white, black, Hispanic?
White and Hispanic, and they have very foul mouths, no respect at all, and they can walk, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I copy, and I feel the same way. I will...
But does the law feel the same way? Let them walk. If they can walk, let them.
Actually, maybe send out a message to the other one.
I mean, you're not, unless you're painting them in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, sometimes that's a good policy, absolutely. Don't pick the motherfuckers up, and maybe they'll throw rocks at the next bus. Damn doors!
804.
804, got your request attack. How can I help?
I guess I'm just having terrible luck with buses today. The doors on my bus, every time I close them, they open and close and open and close, and I have to cycle the doors like 10 times before they actually close and I can pull off. And I've turned the bus off twice. I tried battery reset earlier, and it's still doing it, and I was trying to avoid calling because I'm off when I get to the end of the line, and it's kind of pointless, but I don't really know what else to do because I can't get going.
Yeah, it's called torture.
Okay. How long did you do the battery reset for when you did that?
I did it on my last break. So
It is torture. They never fix it. I think it's like intentional. Let's see how much torture we can inflict on people here. All right, what are these calls we got here? These are old calls. Okay, September 18th. Okay, that's why I can't find them. So why are these on the feed right now? Okay, this because Henry's talking about this feed. All right, back to the 7246 fire.
7246, we got your fire emergency. What's going on there?
There's a Volkswagen bus parked on Killingsworth on the far side of Vancouver that was on fire. He's parked on the side of the road, and his vehicle was on fire. The driver gave him a fire extinguisher, and he's been using it to get the fire out. But we're kind of stuck here, and I'm afraid to continue on because the car keeps flaring back up in flames. So I'm thinking we might need a fire. Yeah, he's still got sparks on the car.
You might want a fire truck.
Fire extinguisher.
Hi, copy. I do see that 911 has a call already for a vehicle fire at Killingsworth in Vancouver. If you feel that's unsafe, are you able to make a right turn onto Vancouver this time?
Yeah, I can make a right turn on the Vancouver. I actually might be able to get through. The UPS truck is now moved. I don't know. Do you not want me to go past the car if it's still potentially parking? I can take a ride on Vancouver if needed.
You the only one that had eyes on it.
All right, good luck. 3302, bring out the dog. And I did bring out the dog. See, look. I brought out his dog. This is a Rip City dog.
Hello, 3202. How can I help you? So I had a situation. There was a woman on my last run in a wheelchair at the Oregon City Transit Center. And she had a pit bull on a leash. And I asked her, is that a service dog?
Oh.
And she said, and she starts yelling at me, top of her lungs, you're going to put this dog on that bus, just like every other bus driver, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, all you had to do, passenger, was say yes. Okay. Yes, that is a service dog. Okay, that's all you had to do. You don't need to go crazy and just walk right by him.
So, to get her to stop from yelling, I just let her on the board of the bus.
Okay, but
She refused to identify her pit bull as a service dog. What should I have done?
nothing. You've done nothing.
Well, you're perfectly okay with asking someone if it's their service animal, but then getting them to answer is really the hard part. I would have not engaged in arguing with her about it, and I'm sure you didn't. And as long as the dog behaved while it was on the bus and wasn't acting aggressively or barking and, staying quiet as a service animal is supposed to, then, you can just go ahead and roll.
Of course.
If somebody came on with a dog that was not acting properly, then that's something that you would need to call in, and we would need, if they wouldn't exit, we would need to send a supervisor for, because we can't have loud barking or aggressive dogs on the bus, whether they're a service animal or not. So you were perfectly within your rights to ask, and
Of course, you're being an idiot.
Some people.
Of course, you're being a fool to ask because you're going to start a problem. I mean, only idiots make an issue with this. Obviously, a rookie, because experienced drivers know better than to start a problem if you don't need to. So, let's hear how this goes.
Some people just take things the wrong way and love to get combative, but yeah, as long as the dog was behaving, then you can just go ahead and roll. If there's a problem, call dispatch.
There you go.
Okay, so
next time you just roll.
What if I let the dog on with the woman, and it was a well-behaved dog, by the way, but I let her on, and the dog bites somebody, and I don't ask her if it's a service dog. Do I get in trouble?
You get in trouble, no.
No, it's not your responsibility. It is, you know, you can ask people if it's their service animal. That is perfectly within the law to be able to ask people that. They don't have to answer you because, you know, we can't force them to show proof. But if they bite somebody, that's the person's liability for bringing the dog on the bus in the first place. So we have to assume, if they won't answer, that it is a service animal. But saying it out loud so that, you know, passengers up in the front can hear you is always a great thing. However she reacts to it, it's something that, you know, you can ask.
Okay. Well, actually, I didn't argue with her. I just put her on the bus, and I was as pleasant as could be. Normally, she's a very pleasant person. I had her on the bus, but I've never seen...
Well, you started an argument. You're questioning them. You're challenging them. Just the mere fact that you ask the question challenges them. And most people are not educated enough to just say yes. They see it as a personal affront. And then this is what happens, man. I don't know why people don't understand how to deal with actual riders.
But I've never seen her with a dog before. That's what I asked.
What is good?
Hi, Poppy. And I'm sure you didn't argue with her. You know, you're a very kind operator. And, yeah, so if there's a problem in the future, but, yeah, if the dog did something, that's on the dog's owner. That falls on their shoulders. But asking people if it's their service animal, there's nothing wrong with you doing that.
Cool. I just remember maybe my training's like a little bit outdated on service animals. Well, I just remember years ago we were taught by trainers to ask if it was a service animal.
No, we weren't.
Sorry, we timed out there. The last thing I heard was last training you remembered something.
No. I don't know what. I didn't pay attention to the training, so I really don't know.
Maybe my training on services animals are a little dated, but I was under the impression from years ago training that we were supposed to ask if an animal was a service animal. Or we were supposed to say something to that effect to get them to say it was a service animal or not or whatever. Is that still not the case? Because I don't need to ask anybody that.
No, you should ask them. That way passengers hear that you're asking them, and however that person answers, that's not then your problem.
No, don't listen to her. Hey, don't pay any attention to your training. Okay, here. You run that bus like your life depends on it, because it does. Okay, don't get yourself in situations where anger is focused at you.
Not to answer, they choose to get combative. You're asking the question, trying to make sure that is a service animal they're bringing on the bus, and that's where it ends. You know, you don't have to worry about anything else. It's just good for you to ask so passengers know that you're inquiring about the dog, making sure that it's a service animal.
Cool. Then I will continue to do so, except for that woman's dog.
Okay, idiot, keep doing it. Somebody's going to get pissed off. That's called a petty tyrant. Following the rules. Following the rules can get you killed. 668, man fell off bike and fell off. He's passed out.
Hi, this is Book 668. Are you currently at Northeast Grand and Holiday Stop?
And what's the nature of the emergency there?
A man was riding his bike and fell off the bike and is now on the concrete and is passed out. Looks like he's convulsing.
Okay, does it appear like he's having a seizure?
No, it looks like he got knocked out. He hit his head on the concrete when he fell off his bike.
Okay. Here we go.
This happened at Hawthorne and 20th. He is not on the bus. 1412, I get your cut for conduct, and the 12 passengers off the bus back at Hawthorne and 20th. What happened? What's going on? I think you might be heading eastbound. You might want to warn the driver. Behind me, he's wearing dark navy blue shirt and pants, white shoes. He kind of has blonde, dishwater blonde, dirty hair, short. He's white, maybe in his late 30s, and he's acting very violent, banging on my door, banging on the rear bus, and he was acting violent approaching him. That's why I did not open the front door. All right, was he actually on your bus, or was he only on the outside banging on things? He's on the outside at the stop. He also has a big black suitcase. He's acting very violent, so I did not let him in. All right, copy that. It's all on the recording line, and thanks for letting us know. 20 phone.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he's acting violent. I guess I don't blame her. Okay. Okay, here's the next part of the knockout.
Yes, this is Box 660 again.
Hey, 660, I'm talking to 911 right now. Is there anything descriptive you can tell me about the guy?
He's wearing a gray hoodie with a hat, a black hat underneath. He has a gray backpack. Looks like a jean. Okay, it looks like he's wearing a jean jacket with black pants and black tennis shoes with red soles, and he's like knocked out cold.
All right, can you give me something like more physical, like age, race, weight?
Okay, he's Caucasian. Looks like he's in his early 30s. Looks like he weighs maybe $130, 130 pounds.
Can you tell if he's got any like bleeding, cuts, broken bones, anything like that?
I don't see any bleeding at all.
Okay, does he have any kind of head wounds?
Let me check. Give me a second.
All right. 1, 2. He's sitting up and coherent, folks.
Hi, this is Box 668 again.
Hey, 668. Do you have anything to add?
Well, a lady that was on the sidewalk actually just poured water on his face. He is now sitting up and looks like he is coherent.
Okay, copy that. Now, the first part is that I wanted to get clarified with you. Did you see how this happened? Did he just kind of fall on his own? Did he, make a bad move on the bike? I mean, how did he fall to begin with?
He was riding his bike on the sidewalk, and it looks like he went to go make a quick turn and just fell, I don't know if his leg got caught in the wheel, or his wheel kind of turned, and then he just fell right off the bike onto the concrete.
Okay, copy that. So self-inflicted, basically. Nobody hit him or, no vehicle contact or anything like that?
No, absolutely not. No.
He just fell.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure that we were 100% not involved in any way, shape, or form. Okay.
No.
So yeah, just hang tight there. The ambulance should be there real soon, based on the type of injury it was. And as soon as they arrive, you can go ahead and roll. There will be an operator report for you. It's just a witness report.
Okay, it looks like the fire truck did pull up, but now a man is walking off. It doesn't seem like he wants help.
All right, well, that's up to him. So if they're on scene, you can go ahead and roll.
Awesome. Looks like he's denying service, so I'll go ahead and get back on track. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. 2013.
What?
4767 Walker Road coming up on 173rd.
Hey, 4767. I don't suppose you'd have any interest in heading back over to Hillsboro and just doing a little quick trip of another 47?
What would just 47 to the college and that would be it?
Yes, that's affirmative. We just have a bus broke down there. It's supposed to leave at 8:45. I know you'd be a little late getting there, but the next bus is in for another hour.
Yeah, I'll do it for you. A7, but I'm looking at money, so I'll do it. I'll turn here at 173rd and go down to 170th and Baseline and take Baseline in.
All right, fabulous. Thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you too. You have a good night.
Yeah, boy, Mikey,
Hope things go
baby.
good for you.
Thank you. And if you wouldn't mind, please just sending me a ready for service when you get ready to go at Hillsborough, just so we know where you are. And you have a great night.
I sure will. Are you going to send me the block, or do I just go ahead and put in a 47?
Yeah, I'll get you the block here in just a few minutes.
Shit, I fucked up, man.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Fucked it up. Sorry.
Thank you. At 2043.
Okay, we can get back to where we were pretty quick here. There we are. Okay, that was fast. Not too many calls. 1412, we need police. Kids stealing stuff from the house. What's going on?
This is 1412 at almost 50th and Division on the south side of 50th and Division. We need the police here. Somebody's been blocking this road for about 15 minutes. Somebody else knows them and said they're actually stealing stuff from a house.
Well, why don't they call the cops? Why are you calling the
Okay,
cops?
so who exactly is blocking the road? Is it a vehicle then?
Yes, it's a vehicle. They got kids and they're screaming at their kids and loading it, and I guess somebody else said that they know them and they're stealing things from a house, and that they've been blocking the road for 15 minutes and they're still blocking it. There's a lot of people there.
All right, copy. Can I get a description of the vehicle?
Why don't you...
It is so dark, I can't even see the vehicle. Let me go talk to this guy and ask him what vehicle this is, okay?
Well, you can't
If
even...
they're doing something criminal, I don't know if I want you to go talk to them.
Yeah, right.
1412?
Oh, God. Here it goes.
It's right there on 50th and Clinton.
Yes, now holding two 14 lines up both ways.
Okay, so exactly where is the car sitting? Is it's in the middle of the street if it's blocking both directions?
Yes, both, because it's not safe to bypass it, I don't think, for the other one, but blocking me for sure. And it's right there on Clinton.